Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday night to you, and welcome to the SERL Truck Series live from Darlington. Want to start off by apologizing for not being available last week. We were having some technical issues with our computer, and hopefully we're going to get this whole race in tonight. We had a power surge in my apartment complex, and I thought I was protected, but I think it's safe to say that crap literally hit the fan. And I apologize. It's embarrassing, and I apologize to the league, the admins, the friends, and fans that tune in each and every week. But enough with that. Let's get back to some racing, shall we? Live from Darlington. Darlington's one heck of a racetrack. So unique, so unique and historical. As we go into this race, this is the final regular season race. Dakota Reader is leading Dean Brummett in the points by 14 points. And then 26 points behind is Dakota Camper. Now, the top 12 are going to advance to the playoffs. One regular season race remaining. The top 12 make the playoffs. Jesse Steffes, John McIntyre, Andrew Sayer are currently in, but not mathematically locked in. The 23 of Richard Gonzalez, James McCanney, David Mayo, and Dakota Bailey are still in contention this week to make that cutoff spot. We're going to be doing 110 laps here at Darlington. As you see, the cars are gridding up here. 110 laps around this historical facility, and there's going to be a stage break at lap 50. They will not throw a caution. It will just be scored accordingly throughout the top 10. So let's get ready to do some more racing here. In the SERL Truck Series, bring a good show to you each and every week, and we are happy and thankful to be back. Right now, you see the number 24, Landon Lacey, getting your pole tonight, followed by Dean Brummett, Stoney Benfield, Cody Reader, Dave Fuge, Dakota Camper, Anthony Trippi, Jesse Steffes, Mike Wells, Richard Gonzalez, rounding out your top 10. As we start pacing here at Darlington, man, this is such a unique racetrack. And the one thing that I've learned, it's just setting up your passes are absolutely crucial at Darlington. It is just such a unique corners and very, very easy to make a mistake. So that's something we're going to keep our eye on each and every corner here tonight as we see the grid locked in under pace here. And as always, we want to give a shout out to Darren's Nail Gun Repair. Currently, I just saw on the Discord, they are giving away cash and prizes to the person with the least amount of incident points at the end of the season. So far, that is Anthony Trippi leading the way right there. So love to see leagues promoting clean driving. That's what it's all about here in SERL as the pace truck pulls off and we are getting ready to take the green flag here. 110 laps at Darlington. Let's get ready to rumble, boys and girls. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with us. Landon Lacey taking the green flag. We are green here at Darlington. Side by side for the lead here as you see the 25 wasting no time, getting up to that third position in a hurry. And we see right there how important the high line can really be around this place, man. It feels like you're off the throttle for an eternity, but momentum is king here at Darlington as we see the 316 of Dean Brummett coming out to an early lead here as we come to headed to lap 3 already. 110 laps is going to fly by here, no question about it. And man, the 75, Stoney Benfield, is having a great start to this race here. Qualified very well. Awesome to see that 75 up here in early contention at Darlington as the number 3 of Dakota Camper. Really cool, old school GM Goodrich throwback to the man himself. And Dave Fuge Jr., not a name I've seen a whole lot here in SERL, so it's really cool to see these guys adding new talent to this league as it continues to do their thing here in 2023. And boy, oh boy, that was a close one right there. Jesse Steffes in the 49 machine just about tagged the wall there. Very, very close. It does not look like they made any contact and will be able to continue here. As we see, we're looking at about a 0.62 gap already. Dean Brummett leading the way here at Darlington. And 13 guys in the field here tonight. 13 guys. Richard Gonzalez, number 23. Really cool looking paint scheme there. Looks like flames are fast, right? So, heck yeah, go Rich, go. Number 2 of John J. McIntyre in that Realtree Chevrolet Silverado here in the 9th position. And James McKinney, number 15, is rounding out your top 10 right now. But Mr. Hardy's right there, 08, driving that old school Hardy's machine, is right on the rear bumper there of James McKinney. He wants to take over and be in that top 10 here, as every point matters at the end of this race. Really good battle here for second position. 25 is all over the rear end of Landon Lacey here, trying to take over second. See if he has anything for Dean Brummett up there in that 316. But right now, I don't think anybody does. A 0.77 gap over the entire field real quick here, as we are still under 10 laps to go. A super, super strong start to this race for Dean Brummett. And man, oh man, does he want to win. This guy wants to win something fierce, man. He's had a ton of second place finishes. Shows up each and every week with a super, super fast number 316. And he really wants to get a W as we head into the playoffs here. And it's, I just can't express to the viewers how much of a unique feel this racetrack is. The corners are just so different. And you can take various lines around this place, man. And it's definitely a unique racetrack. It's just such a historical place. And I've had some really, really good races here, man. This was actually the place that allowed me to get myself into my first playoff run was right here, was the cutoff race. And I had to pull out what I thought would be a miracle. And I just buckled down and practiced my butt off all week. And it was just so rewarding to come out of a challenging place like this with a good finish. As we see Dakota Bailey here hunting down Stoney Benfield for that 4th position. I'm sorry, that's going to be for the 5th position right now. Dakota is in P5. But yeah, man, let's hop into one of these trucks. We're going to do this a few times tonight because this is just such a unique facility to get a feel for what it's like to going around this place here. We're going to hop inside the number 3 right now, take a lap or two around Darlington Speedway. You can hear just how much they are out of the throttle. The off-throttle time here is just tremendous. Then coming down here to the opposite end here, man, you can stay in the gas a lot harder in this corner here. And some people are really good at riding that wall. But boy, it'll come out and bite you. The Darlington Stripe is famous for a reason, because pretty hard to get out of this place without touching that wall a time or two, as we are coming to lap 12 of 110 here. Dean Brummett early commanding lead here. Landon Lacey in the 2nd position has closed up that gap just slightly, as we have just crossed the start-finish line for lap number 12. Landon Lacey not wanting that 316 to get too far of a commanding lead here. And and if this thing goes caution-free, this certainly is one of them scenarios that could very well come down to a fuel mileage race here. Places like this are certainly known for races like that. So we'll have to keep our eye on these guys and see if anybody pulls tries to pull a fuel mileage win here. Seems like everybody's pretty much single file right now through the field. Don't see a whole lot of side-by-side action right now, but looks like the 49 may have a little bit of right side damage. Could be our first taker here for that Darlington Stripe, as we definitely see some scrapes down the side of that 49 machine here. Putting that Darlington Stripe making it a real thing. Baby, it is very real. Number 2, you see John J. McIntyre closing up on the back of Jesse here, trying to take over that 8th position. And currently, I think that is about the closest battle we have on the track at the moment. As Landon Lacey hunting down Dean Brummett here. He's closed that gap down by a few tenths here these last 2 laps. So Dean with some early great... Whoa, you see that number 2 getting sideways there, coming off a corner here. Good save there by John J. McIntyre. But as I was saying, Landon Lacey has closed that gap. It was to 0.8 at one point. Was the furthest. Now it's back down to 0.59. So Landon Lacey in that number 24 machine has closed up the gap a little bit here. Your lone Toyota for the day. Landon Lacey driving that Toyota Tundra. He wants to put a little bit of pressure on Dean Brummett here. See if he can't force him into a mistake and take the lead here at Darlington. 17 laps, coming till 17 right now. That's how fast this thing flies by when you're green, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling the battle for the lead is going to be picking up here relatively quickly because that 24 has picked up the pace, opening that gap a little bit there between him and the 25 of Cody Reeder, which is about 1.4 seconds behind the leaders here, behind Dean Brummett. And again, man, that 75 is Stoney Benfield. This has been a really good qualifying effort. Excuse me. And really good early run so far for Stoney in that Ford F-150. So we see the number 3 of Dakota Camper making it look easy on that low line there, with the number 3 Goodwrench Chevy Silverado taking over the 4th position. Making some hay early on as we are going to be rounding out here at lap 20 in just a couple laps. This could be one of the quickest races of the year if this thing stays green, because these guys are laying down a blistering pace right now. 30-second lap times. So they're definitely hauling the mail here in these NASCAR Truck Series vehicles, man. This is a lot of fun. Oh, and I think we got one into the wall a little bit there. Looks to be okay. I think the 4 might have gotten to the wall just a little bit there. Looks like the 23 of Richard Gonzalez looks clean so far. Appreciate the sponsor you're running there for us, Rich. As always, if you want some cool NASCAR merch, hit us up at 213simware@gmail.com. We'd love to sponsor sim racers and get you some cool looking merchandise. Yeah, that number 2 definitely pancaked the wall there. Real tree hit real hard. That's all we're going to say. But still got some pretty good pace right now in that number 2. Rim riding. Oh, boy, he's gotten loose a couple times here. Looks like he may have a little bit more damage than what we let on earlier. We're going to see if he does not make a pit stop early on, as we are on lap 20 already of 110. As we were just looking back there, we have a lead change. The 24 of Landon Lacey has taken over the lead here. Lap 21 of 110. 24 to the point. Taking that lead away from Dean Brummett here. Has several consistent number 2 finishes. And man, this guy wants a win. And it looks like Cody Reeder has closed up the gap as well here. These top 3 guys, all that big lead went away there. These guys are getting nose to tail up front. Dakota Camper, that number 3 car, is doing a whale of a job here, man. I've been watching him these last couple races on my second monitor, and he is just, man, he is inches away from the wall here. Really getting some good momentum, staying off that wall. Still got the side of that truck is very clean. Doing a great job out there tonight. All of these guys are doing a great job out there, man. This is a very, very, very unique racetrack here. That is for sure. So easy to make a mistake. Just the amount of focus it takes to be consistent around a place like this is If you look, the overhead views and just how different these corners are. The one is, almost like an egg, and that's basically how you got to drive it. You got to pretend like you got an egg under that gas pedal. Be very, very easy on, easy off the throttle here. A lot of off throttle time. Puts on a heck of a show, man. I'd love to go to this place in real life. I would love to go to Darlington one time as we see the 08 off the pace there, giving way to the leaders. As we are coming to lap 25, 24 as a 0.76 gap over the second place guy of Dean Brummett right now. And Cody Reeder is kind of maintained. I thought he was going to be a little bit closer to Dean there. It seemed like maybe just didn't have a great couple corners. He was really laying it on there for a couple laps, and it's kind of equaled itself out about a half a second, hanging out there behind the second place finisher. I'm going to have to just kind of keep our eye on how the race starts to play out here, guys. I mean, we're going to have to keep an eye on, like I said, man, fuel mileage could be a part of this thing. We're going to have to see when these guys' fuel window starts to come into play here. When these leaders start to pit, do you do what the leaders do? If you follow the leader, we always say it, you're just going to follow the leader. This could be an opportunity for somebody to try something a little bit different here tonight and maybe work their way into the playoffs and go out there and steal them a win. Get up into that top 12. Try to get the make a playoff run here in SERL. Yeah, these guys are doing a heck of a job, man. I haven't seen a whole lot of... I think we saw the two get loose a couple times, but guys are definitely doing a great job here at Darlington, keeping these trucks underneath of them, and everybody looks pretty stable right now as, we start to see these tires wear out and potential for a lot more slipping and sliding here. As we see, once again, the 08 giving way to the leaders here, giving them the racing line, trying to stay out of everybody's way. David obviously knows he's a little bit off the pace here today, and so far showing a whole lot of respect to his competitors, so that's always good to see as well. As you see Stoney Benfield closing up on that gap here of the 08 of David Mayo not having the day that he wanted to have coming into the final regular season race here by any means, I'm sure. Oh, that's going to get tight. Yeah, okay. Did a good job there. The 04 definitely with the momentum on the high side. And, you see that shot right there, how tight things really get, as we might be seeing our first, looks like the 4 of Dave Fuge Jr. Looks like he's going to be the first taker on pit road as we hit lap 30 on the dot here. First guy on pit road. So we're going to see how long these leaders stretch out this fuel mileage here. When do they come? How important are fresh tires? According to, the lap time difference is going to be huge, for a good solid 10 laps. You come out with fresh Goodyears. How long is too long? How long do you stay out? We are about to find out, though, here. Keep an eye on the 24 of Landon Lacey. What is he going to do? We're about to find out here. Bringing it to you live from Darlington, 31 down. He's right now got a 1.5 second lead over the second place guy, man. His pace is, that 24 is smoking him right now. We see Mike Wells past the John McIntyre for putting him up into the top 10 in the number 8 machine. Very cool looking truck here. Definitely got a little bit of that right side damage. Let's see what got going on here, boys. When are you going to pit? When are you going to pit? I'm going to say around 35. That's my prediction. I'm going to say around 35. Boy, that 24 is laying down some really, really good lap times. 33 lap old tires, and he's still running 31-second lap times, 31.5s, 31.4s. That's really good long run pace here, and it shows as he has got a 1.7-second lead now over Dean Brummett. And looks like Cody Reeder is not really maintained or not really gained anything on that gap. You know, we were looking at it a little bit earlier, and it's just kind of hanging around the half a second, 3/4 of a second margin. Not really growing, not really shrinking. Just kind of, it's just the race pace right now. Continue to look through the field here and see if we've got any takers on pit road. It looks like the 49, Jesse Steffes, going a lap down, so that's going to only leave 8 people right now on the lead lap. Is how fast these leaders are just mowing the field down right now. Incredible pace by these top 3 especially. We are at lap 35, so we're going to keep our eye on it here. When is that 24 coming down pit road? We see the 15 of James McCanney hitting pit road. Another taker. We're going to see what we got here. Any time now, we should be seeing the leaders come down pit road. So it's going to be 110 laps, so there we go. 24 coming to pit road right now as we are on lap 36. And we see that banking, man. It gets real flat down there. All of that banking goes away. And I think we've made a comment on it a couple times already this season. When you get down there, man, you just got to make sure your brake bias is set right and don't get too hard on the brakes, because it is absolutely so easy. The 316 followed him down the road, pit road. Getting down there on that flat, it is so easy to make a mistake and lose your trucks. Self-spin coming to pit road. These guys do a great job of that each and every week. Oh yeah, nose to tail on pit road too. Should have figured that. A couple of these guys just cannot get rid of each other this season. But it certainly is fun to watch as we see the pit stops underway here. And yeah, that really no challenge there. Landon Lacey had a really good pit stop. Got in his stall nice and clean. And he is going to lead the way here as we come to lap 39. But what that does do is that cycled around and gave Dakota Camper, he got a point for leading a lap. So that is going to certainly... Oh yeah, as we see somebody spinning. Was that Mike Wells? We saw it right there. Coming, looks like he got in a little bit hot there. Let's rewind that just a little bit. See if we can see exactly what happened to Mike. It looks like he tried to get to pit road. Hard on the brakes, tried to cut down below that yellow line, and he just overshot the pits right there. Did a great job of not spinning out, but now we're going to have to be curious here. Does he get a black flag? Because I don't think he clearly did not make the commitment cone there. So that could be a hit. As we're saying, it's so easy to make mistakes coming to pit road in these cars, man. Trucks, don't matter what you're driving. It's just easy to make a mistake coming on and off pit road. As we see right now, the gap is 1.6. I'm sorry, 1.06 between Landon and Dean. So Dean did a really good job, man. He didn't lose a whole lot off of on that pit cycle. And we saw the 316 have just blistering early run pace for about the first 10 laps. And we'll see if he can't maybe catch up to Landon a little bit here, as obviously we were going to keep an eye on that for the rest of this race. But things have tightened up between Cody Reeder and Dave Fuge Jr. Number 4 has caught that 25 here under that pit cycle. Let's see, not putting a whole lot of pressure on him, but it was a lot closer than it was. We'll see how that goes out. But yeah, we can see that lap. 25 opened it up quite a bit there. I almost wonder if maybe the 25 didn't pass him prior to us panning over. Maybe we just missed the pass, because 25 certainly just opened up a couple football fields on 4 in that one lap. So right now it puts 23 of Richard Gonzalez in your 8th position. He is, let me double check that. So it looks like the top 10 are now on, I think the top 10, top 8. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, my scoring kind of changed on me there. That was weird. But yeah, okay, so the top 8 guys, Richard Gonzalez, like I was saying, is going to be the last guy on the lead lap here. Having a very respectful 8th position run right now as we see Mr. Clean Driver himself, Anthony Trippi, in that number 44 machine. Hanging out in 7th spot. Doesn't have a lot of pressure behind him, not putting a lot of pressure in front. And you know what? At a track like this, it's not a bad thing. Don't see just a ton of side-by-side racing. It's kind of somewhat a one-groove racetrack. I mean, there's multiple grooves out there, but I don't know. It's just not really known for a ton of side-by-side racing, so it's not a bad place to be. Not getting pressured from behind. It just kind of settle in, get your rhythm, try not to make any mistakes, and you come out of here with a solid top 10. You can't really complain about a good points day. So, seeing that Landon, let's see here. Dean closing up a little bit. It's like I said, man, that 316, the first 10 laps or so on fresh tires has been the fastest truck on the track by a few tenths, and he has closed up to Dean Brummett to right now we're at 0.39 is all that's separating first and second. We'll see. It looks like the 316 maybe did fall off a little bit more than he wanted to later on in that run. So we're going to have to see how he treats this run as we are crossing the line right now for lap 46 of 110. This race is flying by. We are going to take just 1 second to step aside, grab a drink, and pay some bills. We will be right back. All right. As always, thank you to Blake Howell Designs, BHR_sim racing on Instagram. Does some fantastic work. If you need anything done, make sure to email them. And as always, Blake, thank you for being a broadcast partner here at the 213 Broadcast Network. As we see up front, Dean Brummett has closed the gap a little bit more. We are down to 0.2 seconds here. Is all that's separating our first and second positions, as we're just about halfway through this race here. Getting close to it. We're crossing the line at lap 49 of 110. And that 316 has closed the gap all the way from 0.6 down to about 0.3 currently. So we know he's got pace each and every week. And I don't want to keep repeating myself, but man, this man is looking for a win. He has had some tremendous races this season. Several second place finishes, and he just wants to get a W. So he's got a great short run speed. So we'll have to see how this works out here tonight for Dean Brummett. And your points leader, Cody Reeder, just one of those guys this field just cannot shake this season. That 25 has been just incredible all season long. Each and every race he's running in the top 2 or 3, and that's why he's got not a huge points lead, but I think he's comfortable enough. I mean, he could have a bad race and easily still make the playoffs. But he's certainly one to watch. Awesome looking race truck each and every week, and certainly shows a ton of talent here in SERL. the guy that we don't see that name a whole lot, Dave Fuchs Jr. Really cool looking truck tonight, and man, he's up a couple spots since from his qualifying run, and holding up there in the 4th position, man. Top 5 would be a great day for him, showcasing his talents in SERL and that awesome black and lime green number 4. And it looks like Dakota Camper up 1 position since the qualifying effort here. Holding out your top 5. Still looks like the right side of that truck is really clean. I don't think he's been into the wall so far, and I want to stop talking about it because we don't want to curse. But so one thing that the league does do is not only do they reward clean driving, but they also give bonus points for the biggest mover of the race. So each and every race, that's something that we kind of keep our eye on. As right now, that is James McCanny in the 15, is up 3 positions since the beginning of this race here. So good job so far, James. If he can hold on to that, he will get some bonus points for being the biggest mover of the race. Back up front, Dean Brummett's not letting that 24 get away. He's certainly hanging on there the best that he can, and you know, just right there, making a mirror drive a little bit, making sure that that 24 knows, hey, I'm here. Go ahead, keep looking in your mirror, make a mistake. I want to take that lead from you. And 316 is definitely holding his own here. A lot better long run pace than he had in that first stint. So maybe he kind of took care of his stuff a little bit. I think, you know, everybody's nerves are all going, man. The drop of the green flag in these races, your adrenaline's going, nerves are going. Now he's settled down a little bit and said, all right, I need to, that 24 was just too fast on the long run. So that's a great driving adjustment by that 316. And it looks like looks like we might have a caution. James McCanny. I just talked about him being the biggest mover of the race, and we are going to take a look back and see what happened to the 15. What happened, James? I'm going to take a look at it here. I don't know if this was a lap car deal. Oh, yeah, he just got hard into the outside wall, down into the lap traffic of the 08 of David Mayo. Certainly did not look intentional. I think he was just trying to stay out of the way, and boy, that outside wall comes at you in a hurry. A lot of damage here on the number 15. James, I'm sorry if I gave you the broadcaster curse. Hope get in there and get that thing fixed up. Go back out there and get them points, sir, for the biggest mover of the race here. I think we do have one faster pair here, so he should be able to get back into contention. I don't think he's going to go a lap down. I hope. Maybe he did. I guess we're going to find out. Yeah, I hope he did. Boy, that's going to be close. He just might go a lap down, too. Hopefully not. All right. Well, we've got some takers on pit road. I know that. We've got a lot of takers on pit road. We see the leaders coming down now to get their service. Looks like we may have a person or two. Are they going to stay out? Well, that's going to be interesting. Now, okay. I thought that was... I saw the gray. I thought that was the 3 of Dakota Camper, and I'm like, oh, boy. That's a gutsy move right there by that 3 truck, but that was not. That was the number 8 of Mike Wells. So those are the lap down cars going to get their wave around, and then they too will be able to pit here. We see the race off pit road. Wow, you saw that, folks, live right here. Cody Reeder. What a pit stop that was. Number 25. Wow, that was an awesome pit stop. Let's go back and look at that. We're going to rewind this here a little bit and watch this race off of pit road. He jumps right over. There he goes, the 316. Looks like he spun his tires a little bit. It looks like the 24 just didn't get the launch he wanted either. 25 wins it, and the 316 came out in front of that 24. Wow, that was an awesome race off pit road. What a pit stop that was by that 25 team. That was cool. Love to see it. Looks like Jesse Steffes had an incident under caution. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Well. So, all right. Well, we've got an interesting one here. Anthony Trippi in the 44 stayed out, it looks like, because all these guys right now, the 25, the 316, 24, 475, and 3 all came to pit road on lap 56, as we just saw. At number 4, okay, he's coming down. He thought better of that situation. But, that could be a scenario too. He might have stayed out. I don't know if he's going to might get a point for leading a lap there. I mean, that could just strictly be a points thing. Oh, okay. He thought better of it, though. He saw those fresh Goodyears in his rear tire. He said, heck no, I'm bailing. But yeah, wow. What a pit stop by Cody Reeder, man. I can't say that enough. That was just a incredible pit exit. He just got such a good launch and was catapulted over those top 2 guys. We're going to see, man. The 25's had good speed. He's had darn good speed. He's been able to keep up with the same pace approximately as the top 2, but now that they're under a blanket here, we're about to find out what that 25's got. Now this is going to put Landon Lacey in a position he hasn't been in all race either. In traffic. Is that going to change things? It is going to change things, but how much? We're about to find out. As getting ready to go back racing here. It's Darlington. Looks like the lights are off. I think the pace truck should be coming down. iRacing pace truck ducking down pit road. And we are going to go back green flag racing here. The 25 took the outside. As we are back. Green flag back out here. Oh boy, the 25 got a huge jump, and that 316 just did not quite go like he wanted to. Luckily got a little help from his buddy there. The 24 caught him a break, I think. Gave him just a little bit of bump. Maybe didn't quite get the launch that he wanted there on that restart, but good heads up driving by those. Oh boy, we see somebody down low. Oh no, 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 no. Oh boy. Okay. The 8, definitely. Oh, I thought that was the 8. What in the world was that? That was Dakota Camper. No caution. Boy, these gray schemes are screwing me up. I don't know if Dakota got tagged. We're going to go back and take a look at this here real quick. I don't know if he spun the tires maybe, or if he got any help. We're about to find out here. Looks like he's on the low side underneath that 4. It looks like he just breaks loose on the low side. The number 3. Just such bad luck there. Tries to save it. Overcorrects a little bit. Oh, man. Yeah, I hate that for Dakota. Hate that. All right. Well, he's back on track. And we're going to go back up front here to the lead. Unfortunate situation for that number 3 of Dakota Camper. But this race is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. You never call it until it's done, man. Anything can happen in these races. Just when you think you might be down and out, always stay grinding. Always stay grinding. We're coming to lap 64 here, and the 316 is only 0.25 back. He's not letting this lead go away this time, as he is trying to overtake Cody Reeder for that first position here. And again, this is going to be an interesting thing to watch, guys. Like I said, this is a new situation for the 24. He's pretty much been leading this whole thing. Now he's back in traffic a little bit. Now, only a couple guys, but that's still enough traffic that could change the aerodynamics structure a little bit. He's not used to being in dirty air. We're going to have to see how that 24 reacts to being put in a little bit different scenario here as we're coming to lap 65 of 110 already. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to double check something here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cody Reeder is the second 3-time winner in SERL. I'm pretty sure that's what the notes say. I've been wrong before, but I think that's correct. So yeah, I think Cody Reeder is leading this thing right now, and he is the... Wow, that's cool. Good stats. No wonder he's the points leader, right? Not leading by much. We're at a .27 right now at 316. Like we said, man, he's hungry. He wants a W. He wants to win bad. He showed a lot of space. A lot of pace here at Darlington, and he's holding right on. We see, so it's going to be 0.17 now, 0.17, 0.16, and then 0.35 back to Landon Lacey. And so Landon's had probably the best long run speed out of the group so far, I'd have to say. But the 316, man, his, like, I don't know, I'd say maybe the first 10 laps of this race, man, he just blew the doors off this field. So going to have to see how he maintains here. He did a whole lot better in that second run than he did the first one. Like we said, it kind of get the nerves shook off and got his, he's kind of got the flow down a little bit. And that 316 was back up to full song here in that second stint. He's not letting Cody get too far ahead. Can't say enough about this guy, man. He's been in the top 5 all the entire race. Stoney Benfield, that number 75. I think it's PRS Setup Shop. Yes, PRSSetups.com. Awesome looking Ford F-150 there. Then in the top 5 the entire race, man. And right now, Richard Gonzalez in the number 23, 213simware.com. Chevy Silverado is the biggest mover of the race right now. He's up 4 spots, holding on to a P6 right now. So great job, Rich, on that, man. Got the SARL window banner, so it's going to be a great finish if he's able to hold on there. Good points day for him, as he is the one of the couple guys we mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast that is just on the outside looking in, and he's got a darn good chance of getting a good points finish today here at Darlington. Back up front, Cody Reeder. The gap has not changed much. It is still at about 0.25. So they are all 3 under a blanket. But one thing that we do see right now is that 24 slowly creeping back into the rear end of that 316. And I don't think it's much of a secret that Landon Lacey knows how to get around this place. After seeing the first 60 laps of this race, he's pretty dominant up there. So long run speed has been the name of his game so far here at Darlington. We're going to see if he can't get around these guys and set sail. But getting there and passing at Darlington, those are 2 completely different things, ladies and gentlemen. I could promise you that. So we're going to see how this all plays out here as we are coming to lap 73 of 110 already. Unbelievable. It feels like we just started this thing, man. These guys are laying it down. He's there. The 24 is there. Right on the rear bumper here. Boy, all 3 of these guys are under a blanket, man. This is awesome racing. Ooh, yeah, the 316 got loose. See him get loose there. The 24 is going to capitalize as Dean gives way. Lets Landon have the spot for now. Didn't really have much of a choice there, as we saw that 316 definitely getting loose on corner exit. But here comes Landon Lacey. He wants his race back. That 24 Toyota Tundra wants to be back up front leading this thing. And he's there. I mean, it's a 0.2, 0.25. He's definitely got the long run pace to take this thing home if he can keep it clean. But like I said, getting there and passing are 2 different things, and Cody Reeder's not just going to lay down and let him have it, I don't believe. Now, granted, he probably is in the back of his mind thinking about points a little bit. You know, this is the last race as we see these guys catching a lap car here. Oh boy, yeah, that got tight. Good job by the 15 of James McCanny getting down low. As we speak of down low, the 24, Landon Lacey going down low underneath the 25. Side by side for the lead here on lap 75. This is some darn good racing, man. This is awesome. What a battle we have up front. I think the 24 is going to get him right here. Yep. Slides up in front. Oh, just keep it out of the wall. Keep it out of the wall. And mission accomplished. Landon Lacey back up front on lap 76 here at Darlington. So we see the 316. Oh, he's going to try it. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight. Oh, boy. Yeah, it gets real tight here. Oh, the 25 into the outside wall. That's going to slow his momentum down a little bit, but it didn't hurt him as bad as I thought it would. Whew, boy. Rim riding. This is cool. That's some great racing here. Great racing. These guys are just right up against that wall here. We see how you do have a little bit of right side damage on that number 25. See how close they come. All the way up against that wall, and you can see the marbles up there. You get into that, it'll just slam you right into that wall. Make a good day bad real fast. So the gap is opened up just a little bit there. 25 did open that gap up back on Dean Brummett just a little bit. Not quite as close as they were a couple laps ago. As we said, anything can happen here. We're still going to have another pit stop, I'd have to imagine. Oh, the 25 loose. Big loose, big loose. Dean Brummett takes over that second spot, and it looks like the 25 might have a problem. Definitely not the lap the 25 wanted, and he is going to bring it to pit road. Looks like that damage may have caused a little bit of issues here. Your points leader on pit road right now. That was a near miss. I mean, that was a Code Brown moment, folks. That could have been terrible. Great car control right there. Got it woed down, come to pit road. Took a bad situation and minimized the damage the best that he could. So, and you know what, man? That's why he's out here leading the points in this league. Just a ton of talent. As we see the 316 coming down pit road. So these leaders are going to see some takers here. Landon Lacey up front. That puts Stoney Benfield up to second spot. Jesse Steffes up to fourth spot. As this thing is going to cycle through the pits here. Keep our eye on Landon and see when he comes down to pit road. And it looks like he's coming right now. So it's just going to be coming to lap 82. Your leader, Landon Lacey, on pit road. For what could be. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody blinked out there. Is that our leader? Was our leader, but I think he's okay now. So that's going to give Stoney Benfield a point for leading the lap. As this thing cycles through here. See, it looks like Dean Brummett is now back on track here. Well, this is going to change things up a little bit here. We're going to have to see where Landon comes out now because Dean already pitted. He's already back up to full song here. Going to have to see how the pit road's entry and exits are going to play out here. The 316, there he is. 316. Right there. That pit strategy, my friend, was a winner so far. That puts Dean Brummett up front here when this thing cycles through. The 49 and the 3 are going to have to pit. That's going to put Dean Brummett up front here with Cody Reeder in second, and Landon Lacey is going to drop him once again back to third spot after these pit stops. After all that work to get by those guys, man, they, oof. And I tell you what, the save of the race right there was that 25. I mean, that could have been absolutely disastrous for that team. And He did one heck of a job keeping that thing out of trouble there, getting it wound down and on pit road. So we're going to be coming to 25 laps to go here. So not going to be quite a full fuel run. Just a few laps shy. I think these guys were pitting around between lap 30 to 35. So right now we're going to be having a 26-lap run. So just a little bit shy of a full run, and we'll see if this thing stays green. The long run ace of the 316. Can he maintain it and get his first win of the season here in SER Truck Series? SERL Truck Series, I'm sorry. Got to include all the letters, man. Jeez. It's the 08 once again. You know, we know that Mike Wells has not had the race that he wanted today. I'm sorry. That's the 8. David Mayo has not had the race he wanted today, but you got to give him a lot of credit. He's out there racing his peers with a whole ton of respect, and he's got a damaged truck. He knows this is not his day, but he's doing one heck of a job staying out of everybody's way, giving them the proper racing line. So once again, cheers to you, brother. You deserve some free Hardee's for that one, I'll tell you that. It's good to watch good sportsmanship. Certainly a lot of it here in the SERL Truck Series. Saturday night racing, man. Saturday night under the lights. Another thing I like about this league is they run a lot of night races. It's just something about it, man. When you're in the truck and you just get that different kind of energy, you know, it's cool. We see Richard Gonzalez making a pass here. Okay, I think not. So what's going on right now is it looks like Stoney Benfield is technically still your leader, that number 75 machine, but he has not come to pit road yet. So all these guys on fresh Goodyears, he's not going to have anything for him. And oh boy, that was close. So it looks like he is coming to pit road this time and will give up the lead here as I think Jesse Stefez still has to come to pit road. Yeah, has not been on pit road since lap 57. So there's no way 49 is going to be able to make it on fuel. We're going to have to see that Pepsi truck on pit road here before the end of this thing. So the battle we're going to have to watch for the race win right now is these two. And it looks like Landon is picking it up a little bit here. He's closed that gap. These last couple of laps has been about 0.2 a lap. So 24 is just a little bit faster right now than the 316. But we're going to find out how this thing's going to play out in just about 21 laps, guys. I mean, I literally can't believe it. This race has gone so fast for me. This is cool. Good racing, good competition, and a heck of a lot of speed, man. These lap times are... I'm impressed by the long run lap times these guys are laying down. I mean, they're 29.5s are fast laps, and even when the tires are worn, they're still running 31 seconds. I mean, that's a hell of a job by all these guys out here tonight, man. This is too tough to tame, man. They call it that for a reason. This is a very, very easy to make mistakes, and these guys are doing a blistering pace here. You see all that 316 that last time by, he certainly got a little loose on corner exit. And that allowed Landon to pick up another couple spots here, as right now it's only 0.43 separating those two, which is going to end up being the race for the win here as we see them catching traffic now. Going underneath Richard Gonzalez and Jesse Stefez. The 49 is the leader, but like we said, is on old tires. Oh, up into the wall. Oh boy, keep it out of trouble, keep it out of trouble. Yeah, and then the 49's going to have to pit. There's no... I can't see them making it on fuel anyways. But hey, like I said, you're either going to follow the leader or try something different. You got to give the props to that team for trying something different to maybe come out and steal one here tonight. But does not look like it's going to happen as we see that 24 of Landon Lacey is now 0.18 on the rear bumper of that 316. So we're coming to 18 laps to go. Darren Lumpkin, good clean racing tonight. Appreciate you hopping in the chat and checking out the SERL race series, SERL truck series. And yes, some darn good clean racing here tonight. Love to see it. Oh, man. This is when you start. you know, as a driver, you start getting a little bit nervous. You're like, man, I want to get my first win, you know? The 316's, he wanting one real bad. That 24 has got some incredible long run pace, man. Really good pace on that 24. And guys, he's there. I mean, he is right on the bumper of the 316. As you can see him right now going for the pass for the lead underneath the 316, and he lifts a little bit early. Oh boy, gosh, it's tight. That's tight. Easy, boys. Oh, man. That is so fun. Awesome view right there. Just an awesome view of Landon trying to get by Dean. But Dean's not going to just give it to him, man. He's going to make him work for it. I can guarantee that. Oh, he got a good run right there. As you see the threes, both of them got just a little bit loose there. I think that 24 got a little looser than the 316. Just did not quite get the corner exit he wanted. As we are coming to 15 laps to go. Great battle for the lead here. Whew. Yeah, there's no room for error, that's for sure. Nose to tail. Oh, and he's going to get the 316 a little bit loose. Good clean racing, but yeah, he definitely took the air off his off the rear end of that truck here, and Landon's going to look to the low side. Oh, is he going to be able to make it stick on the low side? That's the hard part, keeping that throttle down. Side by side for the lead once again. Oh, yeah. This is awesome. Oh, and the high line prevails. The momentum on that high line. Wow, man. This is making me nervous, and I'm not anywhere near these trucks. You see the Dakota camper there in that shot. He is currently running in the 6th position. Excuse me. 6th position. It's like he might have a little bit of damage. I think he's a little bit off the pace, but still going to come away with a solid points day. You can't really complain about a top 6 here at such a demanding and challenging racetrack, as Landon is looking underneath one more time. One more time underneath the 316. Oh, is he going to be able to make it stick? Oh, okay. He's closer than he was last time. We might be seeing the old Dale Jr. slide job, slide job. Oh, that high line, it just prevails right there, and that turn especially is the place to be. And Dean knows that each and every lap. Dean Brummett knows that. He knows that coming out of the 1 and 2, that high line is the place to be. Filthy 5 Motorsports. Landon is so freaking good, man. Both of my drivers. You are not wrong, my friend. This is fun to watch, man. And they're racing so hard, but yet so clean. And there's just nothing you can do but respect that, man. These guys are just absolutely awesome to watch. Coming to 10 laps to go in this battle for the lead. I can't take my eyes off it. We're going to stick right here. Unless something dramatic happens, this is the place we're going to be, because this is some awesome freaking racing, man. Getting me amped up sitting up here in the booth. Single file right now. Landon's not really forcing the issue, but here's going to be another scenario. That 3 car said, okay, I've had enough. I'm going to come on by now. We're going to... That's going to slow down the 316 a little bit. Oh, man. You know, and what the 3's not... The 3 ain't doing anything wrong. I mean, he's got a right to race for his lap back, too, and try to get as many spots as he can. You know, I mean, the 3 ain't doing anything wrong there, but it definitely slowed up the 316 just a little bit. Still maintaining that lead here. The gap is just 0.2 right now between Dean and Landon Lacey. 0.16, 0.15. As we are coming to 8 laps to go here. What a show at Darlington, huh? Man, this is about as good as it gets. Incredible battle up front here. Yeah, it looks like Landon got a pretty good launch off the corner there that time. Definitely got a little bit of a run. I think he's going to stay content behind the 316 at this particular moment. Gap opened up just a little bit right there. Like the 24 might have got the wall there just a little bit. Just a kiss. I don't think it caused any damage, but I think he might have just rubbed it a little bit there because definitely lost a little momentum on that last set of corners there. So we are coming to 5 laps to go here already. Dean Brummett, man. Oh, gosh, I'm going to be so happy for this guy if he can get this, too. I mean, I don't have a favorite driver. I love all these guys, but I think he makes a joke, you know, each and every week. He's the man with the most second-place finishes in the history of SERL. And but you know what? You put yourself in that position each and every week, you're bound to get one sooner or later, and he has done just that week in and week out here, as he has opened up that gap now to 0.34 over Landon Lacey. Cody Reeder still in that third position, but we're talking, boy, yeah, we're about 3 seconds back from this lead battle here. So we're not missing a whole lot back here with Stoney Benfield, Dakota Camper, Dave Fuge Jr., and Richard Gonzalez. Again, man, that 23 machine's having one heck of a run here. Been in the top 10 all day. This is the place to be. Going to find out who's going to take the trophy here at Darlington as we are coming to the stripe. This next time by is going to be 3 laps to go. Them tires are screaming, boy. They're ready for this thing to be over. Yeah, Landon is there. It just doesn't seem like he can do anything with it. I mean, he's about as close as you can get. Just that high line again for Dean. He knew exactly where he needed to be to keep that 24 behind him on corner exit. And did a great job. Just a great job as we are coming to the stripe. This next time by is going to be the white flag here at Darlington. Dean Brummett leading the way here. Is he going to get his first win of the season? Right now, I think he is. All he needs to do is keep it clean. He has opened up the gap to a half a second lead here over Landon Lacey, and this is going to be big. It's going to be a popular win tonight for this 316, and one more set of corners to go as we are coming down to the start-finish line here. And Dean Brummett, he's going to do it. 316 is the winner here at Darlington. What a battle. What an incredible, incredible battle for the race win here tonight in SERL Truck Series Saturday night racing, man. That was awesome. We're going to take a step aside here in just one moment and pull up some drivers. We're going to hear from our top 3. If we can grab them in Discord, we're going to be right back with you with some interviews. we see the 316 burning it down, getting congratulated out there on track. We're going to hop on. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't grab third place guy. Number 25, Cody Reeder. You got a copy? Hey, man. That was a good. Man, that battle for the lead was stellar. I don't know, man. You were up there all day in the top 5, almost the entire race. The top 3, almost the entire race. Coming into tonight, obviously the points leader had another great points day as we get ready to head into the playoffs. Man, tell us a little bit about your night here at Darlington.
It was just tough getting. I mean, this track is so narrow. I was catching lap cars at literally the worst possible time. Like I got past the lead because I had to break off of a corner, and yeah, it's just how it is here. But and then I kept shooting myself in the foot. I was frustrated after that happened and was beating the wall down, and didn't have a great pit road entry, and didn't do a good job saving my stuff. So I made a lot of mistakes tonight. So I should probably be happy with third place.
Yeah, understandable. I definitely understand that. Very challenging racetrack, and hey, you did a great job, man. I mean, there was one incident that you very easily could have got in trouble there, and you did a heck of a job with car control, getting it woed up, coming to pit road when you needed to, and that situation could have went a whole lot worse. So you did a great job on that, and you know, came out of here with a good points day. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go, bud?
Yeah, shout out to Garrett. It's been spotting me all season. Looking forward to the playoffs and hopefully, challenge for the championship. But it's been a good. I love the length of this season. It's been fun, and thank you guys for broadcasting. Thank you for my team KPR Motorsports, and yeah, just got to thank everybody that tunes in and watches. Appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely, brother. Well, another solid day for the number 25 machine. Cody, I'm sure we'll talk to you in the playoffs here in the near future, bud. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Sure hope so. Thank you. You too.
Sir. All right. We are going to go now to number 24. Number 24, Landon Lacey. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, dude, this was one of the most exciting battles for the lead that I've seen at Darlington in a long time between you and the 316, man. Tell us a little bit about your day.
Yeah, I had a really strong truck. Early in the runs was just trying to take care of the tires. To have that long run speed. And had it most of the race. I think the second run after those green flag pit stops, I ran a little bit too hard. But after that caution came out and we were able to reset the field, I went back to doing what I did that first run, and it worked out again. And that last run there, I was doing the same thing. I was just I and congrats to Dean, by the way, on getting his first win of the season. I know he's been fighting for that so hard, but man, I'm really really frustrated with that 3 truck. There's 10 laps to go, and you got 2 guys trying to race for the lead, and then you got to worry about a lap car, trying to get by you. It kind of ruined some of my runs because I thought he was going to pass me a couple times, and he
Right.
didn't. So I used up my tires trying to pass Dean, and I wasn't able to make the moves that I wanted to make because I thought the 3 truck was going to go by me, and he ended up not. And then I don't know. I'm just very frustrated with how that was handled.
Right.
Um, other than that, it was a good race.
Definitely understand, man. I definitely can see that perspective. Great points day nonetheless for the number 24. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go here?
Yeah, shout out to 55 Motorsports, to Dean Brummett, Dakota Bailey. I hate Dakota couldn't be here this week, but hopefully we'll see him back next week. Shout out to Sim Coaches. Thanks for all their support. Also, Nerds Doing Nerds Thing podcast. If you're a nerd and you like nerd things, there's a podcast for you,
Awesome.
ran by nerds. So
That's awesome.
look up All Star 15 on YouTube, and they do that podcast. I want to say every Wednesday night.
Awesome.
So give them a check out and give them a like.
Yeah.
Thank you for the broadcast. Thank you to Dakota and everybody that helps put this on. And other than that, thank you to everybody that's gotten me here to this point.
Absolutely, brother. Well, hey, like we said, another good points day for the number 24 team. And we're going to see you starting next week in the playoffs. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yes, sir. We're gonna go see if we can get it.
There you go. Go get them. All right. Well, it is now time for the 316 to not be in second place. Dean, what's going on?
Not much, buddy. I have been waiting to do this for a long, long time. Can you bring me in just one more time for the fun of it, please? I just ask you to do that one favor. Bring me in.
All right.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Oh, what a character. Man, I got to tell you, I was just talking to Landon a little bit and had somebody chiming in on the Filthy Five Motorsports YouTube said Landon is so good. In fact, both of my drivers are so good. This is some of the most fun racing. And man, that battle for the lead, I kid you not. I was nervous up here, man. You guys, that was such a fun race for the lead here at Darlington. Unlike some, it's hard to find that caliber of racing here on the sim. You guys were literally inches apart, and you put on one heck of a show for these fans, man. Congratulations on your win.
Hey, thank you, buddy. Just happy to be able to close out the regular season that way. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I like winning races when I know I should have won, but on this one, I got to be honest. That should have been Landon's race through and through. I mean, he had the pace the entire way through, and just as the night kind of went on, it's funny because last week at Bristol, like as the race went on, like I got a little better handling, and then the last set of tires, my truck just did not like them, and then
Yeah.
throughout tonight, like uh, this this set of tires, the first one, it was like okay, I was running the right front off of it, and the second set of tires was kind of neutral, and I was so scared that the third set of tires was either going to run the right front or the right rear off of it. And I mean, it ran the right front off just a little bit, but I mean, it handled so well, and just as the lights came out, the track cooled down a little bit, it stuck. And like I said, I hate that. I mean, you get faster cars with faster tires, and had the three truck kind of come up there, and he had the pace, went to go past us, and unfortunately, just it wound up kind of ceasing a little momentum on both sides. But
Right.
in the end, I'm happy to be the one to benefit from it. But like I said, I'm happy to win, but I'd been a lot happier if I felt like I had earned it a little more.
Yeah, I can definitely see your perspective. I definitely appreciate that attitude coming in here for sure. You know what? Nonetheless, man, you've been there each and every week, and now you can walk out of here saying, no more second places. We're not selling Mr. Second Place t shirts anymore, brother. You got to win going into the playoffs, and you earned it. I think you earned it, man. That side by side battle here at a place like Darlington, when you know as well as anybody, those corner exits, they get real tight, and you guys put on one hell of a show.
Yeah, I mean for the fans watching at home, I mean down in turn one, truck just really didn't want to drive over the entry of one that great, but it loved the middle of one, two, and off two was a little hairy sometimes, but going in there too wide, it's like I told Landon over the radio. I said, "Listen, I said I'm not trying to run you too hard, but this is for a win, man. I've got to run you side by side down in here." And both of us just had the cooler heads to not wreck each other. And like I said, I'm just happy to take some momentum into the playoffs.
Absolutely. And a good playoffs it shall be. Looking forward to it, my friend. And congratulations on your first win here in 2023. And I'm sure we'll have you back up here in the booth moving forward as we enter the playoffs next week. Congratulations again, Dean.
Thank you, guys. You all have yourself a great evening.
You too, brother. All right, guys. Well, that's about going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Man, what a exciting race that was. I think I can certainly understand Dean's perspective. I do. You can just hear it. I mean, he's just a racer through and through, and obviously, there's some inside jokes going on there. He's had a ton of second place finishes, but you put yourself in those positions, you're going to win one eventually, and that was one heck of a show. Incredible showing of talent by those leaders tonight. The way that you could race side by side at Darlington is not an easy thing to do. And those guys just put on a freaking clinic of how it is done right here on the 213 Broadcast Network. So we're going to step aside for the evening. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you. And positive vibes moving forward. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the Clash tomorrow night. That's going to be on TV. NASCAR is back, baby. And we're excited for that as well. So congratulations, 316 on the win. And we're going to step aside. Thank you all. Peace.